Well, Hillary may not be indicted for the way she handled top secret emails, but could there be other consequences for what was at the very least dangerous carelessness? To former National Archives Inspector General Paul Brockfeld on the legal implications of the investigation. Paul, good to see you. What would happen to any employee who did exactly what FBI Director Comey laid out what she did? What would happen? What kind of sanctions, what kind of legal actions would be taken against an employee?
Well, actually, the director did say that normally sanctions or administrative action would be taken. In my experience, in a case very similar to this, in fact, every case I've known similar to this, at the very least, that person would immediately have their security clearances rescinded and likely never get them back once again.
Now, do you think it's conceivable? I mean, this is a woman who might be the next commander-in-chief, that her security clearance might be rescinded.
Well, I think it should be, and I certainly think, again, if the game was fair and based upon my historical basis and knowledge, I think it certainly would be. In this case, obviously, there are mitigating factors to some.
Have there been individuals who did what she did or less than what she did that had their security clearance taken away?
Absolutely, quite a lot less. Every employee that gets that level of clearance, especially into special compartmentalized information, has to be read into the program. They have to be knowledgeable about the program. They have to sign the program, to sign that they are knowledgeable. And at the end, when they walk out the door, they get debriefed and how you could not know the requirements and how you could willfully violate and get a pass.
Right.
I can't fathom.
Okay, Paul, Comey called her actions, quote, extremely careless. What's the difference between gross negligence, which is a law that you violate, and extreme carelessness?
You know what? I don't want to get into his verbal language. What I'll simply say is anybody that has that level of clearance knows the requirements. She had to have known that. In fact, it would be documented if she signed the appropriate forms. So the evidence is there. It's just a question of whether anybody is going to go with it.
All right. Former prosecutor Andrew McCarthy wrote the following today about what happened. He said, the point of having a statute that criminalizes gross negligence is to underscore that government officials have a special obligation to safeguard national defense secrets. That's why the law was written. Has the law lost all of its meaning now in light of what happened today?
Well, it makes my past cases look, they're inconsistent with what's happened in this case. Again, this has never happened to my knowledge, and certainly none of the investigations I had did somebody walk away untethered after having done this. You would, again, at the very least, immediately lose your security clearance the day an allegation was made against you. It would be no lawyers involved, no litigation involved. It's gone, and immediately you would be taken away from your position. And I can't, again, ever remember anybody ever getting it back for doing a smattering of what apparently this former secretary did.
Former Inspector General Paul Brockfeld. Paul, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.